Tecate Score Baja 1000. Rocks, sand, dirt, cactus, and silt. Ensenada to Cabo in a race against the clock. Can it be done alone? Travis Pastrana and filmmaker Gregg Godfrey sign up for the Ironman test. Next on Fuel TV.
Gather around, my amigos. You are about to hear a story of two loco gringos who have come to Mexico to get a little taste of the glory, the taste of champagne.
My name is Travis Pastrana. We're here at the Tecate Score Baja 1000. Godfrey and myself are going to solo it. It's going to be absolute torture. And for some reason, we seem to like these events. So basically, we kind of have a different, I guess, problem, if you will, than a lot of the guys that are going out and they're really nervous about, trying to see how fast they can go or trying to win. We're just kind of nervous about seeing if we can actually make it to Cabo.
So Travis has this brilliant idea of running the 1,000 this year with just solo. But we run together, but solo it. And I thought about it. I thought that'd be fun. It'd be interesting in the midst of it. We were busy doing other things, and then we got down here, and then you kind of wrap your head around it, and you're like, wow, that's a long ways.
1,300 miles is the same as going from my house in Baltimore to Dallas, Texas, or maybe a better example would be going from Montreal to Tampa, Florida.
And to do it in 36 hours just doesn't seem feasible. They're saying the fastest bikes are going to make it across in 20 some odd hours, and the trophy truck's going to clear it in 30. I mean, that doesn't even seem feasible, but I guess when you're just knocking off mile after mile, it'll happen.
It will be not fun to ride 1,200. It's a real long way. Huh? I mean, when you are on the highway with the AC and the music and the coke on your big van for 200 or 300 miles, it starts to be a long way. But here in the dust, in the whoops, in the rocks, in the middle of the cactus, riding an off-road bike for 1,200 miles. Yeah, not for me, thanks.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
This is seeing if you can stay up for 30 hours straight, running 110 miles an hour on back roads with cows and booby traps and Mexicans coming the wrong way on the road.
It's scary. I mean, we could easily be killed in this thing. Easily be killed.
So I just asked Greg about our pit stop strategy. We're using Baja pits. I said, hey, do we just pull in and tell them our number and they just give us gas? He's like, yeah. He goes, no, really, I have no idea, but we'll find out when we get there.
Or do you want to follow?
No, I want to follow the course, but the arrow just follows the course, and it's always
on
at the
this
top
page.
of my...
Or right now we're in the ocean.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It hasn't acquired our position yet.
So the situation is we don't know what we're doing. It's 6 o'clock at night before the race. There we go. Duct tape. Gotta love duct tape. Time to breathe. Before you get a little wound up, you gotta breathe a little bit.
Oh, there's Honda. Bumping away.
Well, the Tecate Score Baja 1000 is really a unique event. It's tough enough to do it on a four-wheel vehicle with the roll cage and all the suspension and the horsepower, but on a motorcycle, that is really difficult. But then you take an individual that wants to solo it, that is 4-chord slow. And there's one guy that I know that fits that description, and that's Travis Pastrana. He's incredible. He's had no good luck at all in Baja, but hopefully this year he will come across the finish line. Doing it solo is really an Ironman effect. My hat goes off to the motorcycle community in general, but when you do it solo and go from Ensenada to Cabo San Lucas, you really have some huevos.
coolest thing about seeing Travis in Baja is he's out here doing it for himself. The thing you got to remember is the only buddy that really sees you going big or going hard are some Mexicans out there by a campfire out on the trail. And down here, I mean, we hanging out probably harder than just about anybody. You know, Baja, it's not some trendy thing where dudes are, oh man, you were so rad out there, dude, cool, whatever. It's just kind of more soul brother. It's more just going out there and letting it hang out for yourself and having your own moment. So to see Travis pretty stoked on something that a million people aren't applauding, gained some cred with me even more.
Travis and Gregg wheelied the wash, and it wasn't long before the all-or-nothing switch in Travis's head was flipped. The plan for them to ride together was thrown out in the first 5 minutes, and they were both riding their own races, which is the way it's supposed to be anyway. Travis crashed 11.5 minutes into what he hoped would be a 30-hour race, a typical TP.
No one's ever soloed a Baja that's this long. There's just so many things, I mean, that you have to deal with, and that and getting the bike and getting yourself to make it all the way down there. But, you know, in the back of your mind, you also have that racing instinct that says, okay, yeah, finishing's great, but, well, let's see if we could get a top 10 on the bikes here. Honestly, if we could finish, that's a huge, it's something that I don't think a lot of people realize how tough that is. And we'll make it the first 800, 900 miles. And after that, we'll go ahead and see how we're feeling.
I missed everyone all the way down. All I've had is Snickers all day.
The end of the first day saw Travis complete the 60-mile pavement section to pit at the Chapala turnoff. 429 miles and a third of the race done.
I froze my butt off this last bit. I told Hubert to meet me up there, but I haven't seen anyone all day. I just saw Hubert for 2 seconds get lights. He gave me a Snickers. It was good.
Baja 1000. Pit number 2. Hey!
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, what's up, man? All right, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you.
How's it going?
I think I separated my shoulder and broke a finger so far, but other than that, we're doing all right.
All right, you got lots of other bones.
I went off at about 40 into a gully, but luckily it was really soft. I just jumped off the front and made it to the other side. All right, I really need some food. All I've had is Snickers all day.
All right. Where'd your transponder go?
Yeah, well, the GPS and the transponder.
Plus the $600 deposit on the transponder.
All right, we're not gonna finish again because of stupid freaking. Who put this on?
They did.
Oh, it got ripped off, man.
I did trash pretty hard.
With no transponder to track Travis's progress, he'd be disqualified. Even if he won, it wouldn't count. But that's not why he was riding. About an hour later, Gregg pitted at the Chapala turnoff. The crew was shocked to see him.
Yes, Gregg! Way to go, buddy. You're looking good.
It's empty, isn't it?
How you holding up, buddy?
Right in front of you. Go
I
get
feel a
it.
lot better since last time I saw you guys.
Do ya?
Where'd you get these at? I just want to make sure we didn't get sick.
The batteries for the iPod, are you all right?
Oh, you're listening to an iPod?
Funny thing is my wife snuck like some marriage counseling stuff on there. So it gets pretty bad.
After eating some sketchy tacos, Gregg rode off into the darkness towards the Bay of Los Angeles and Checkpoint 5. It was going to be a long night. Stay with us when the Pastrana Baja 1000 special continues. We'll show you some highlights from our pre-run week with the Nitro Circus crew, and Travis searches for a midnight snack here on Fuel TV.
Even if you're hungry, muy hungry, Donitos, tacos made of cat.
I'm only an hour behind.
Welcome back to the Baja 1000 with Travis Pastrana and Gregg Godfrey. Add darkness to speed over rough, dusty terrain, and the danger factor goes way up. Pastrana continued at a blistering pace through the night, while Godfrey tried to stay ahead of the scary trophy trucks. The Nitro crew used satellite phones for updates as the race continued.
But so Trav's doing good and you're not sure on Gregg, but everything's going good so far. Where are you guys at? So you're just outside of San Ignacio somewhere? You're doing good though. Marker 530 on the race course is where they're at.
Our meal program has sucked. 2 cookies and a Snickers. 15 and a half hours, we're past halfway, so that's better than our projected. Oh, that was paper. I was hoping for 30 hours, I think we can do it. I'm probably gonna hit the wall here in a second. But...
Pitting every 60 miles for fuel and hitting checkpoints about every 150 miles, Travis and Gregg hoped to cover 400 miles during the night. Hefe, Ron, and Hubert stayed ahead of them and kept the bikes rolling with fresh filters and oil changes. However, the good food was in the motorhome, and the motorhome was in Cabo. We've never let poor planning get in the way of a good time, and we weren't about to let it start now.
We made it here before sunrise. We're still ahead of the trophy trucks. Oh, mile 900. You guys get any real food this time?
Everything's closed. Nothing's open. I'm sorry,
Dude,
man.
I'm serious, man. I'm not gonna make it on cookies and tacos. This ain't gonna work. Boy, next time we really gotta work on this food thing. 8 Snickers, 2 Nutter Butters, a whole bunch of cookies, 10 Red Bulls, and some ibuprofen. That's my diet of today.
At least Travis got something to eat. Gregg's headlight broke, he slept for 2 hours, then had to bump some gas from some locals before he could continue at sunrise. We knew there'd be problems like these. Hell, we experienced our fair share just pre-running with the Nitro crew.
Hey, I'm Fuzzy Hall. I'm pre-running the Baja 1000 right now with Travis Pastrana and the Nitro Circus, and it's off the charts.
Getting everybody down to Mexico was like herding cats. And of course, we started things off way behind schedule.
Godfrey finally shows up. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock at night, and we have to go 200 miles tonight before we get to our hotel, which we don't have reservations for, by the way.
9 noon,
That's
I mean,
Godfrey
whatever.
time.
Godfrey, perfect Godfrey time.
And he doesn't even have a light on his motorcycle.
All these guys at least have headlights. I only have a flashlight taped to the jaw of my helmet.
We blow bead. We're waiting for about 7 bikes. All of them have no lights.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to the Baja 1000 and not expecting to spend a night at the Hacienda El Cacti, I mean, that's weak. Just don't even come. Stay at home. We're surviving in the desert. That's what we do, all right?
It is 4:30 in the morning. I think we're a few hours behind.
Sleepy time.
We gotta be up at 7.
So we get 2 hours of sleep.
See, it is true. These gringos have some grande huevos. But the desert, you watch, is going to spit them out like a bad camarón.
The next morning, we were back at it for another 300 miles. We soon realized that the Baja 1000 is no joke.
This is probably one of the craziest things I've ever done.
Have no shifter, flat front tire. Travis is lost in the desert.
Man, this is like a 2-hour whoop section, man. Not hard, just forever.
Gotten lost like probably 10 times. Almost ran out of gas. Godfrey's delusional.
How's your camelback? Need water?
Bell's probably drunk the whole time.
Good way to prep for the upcoming slaughter that we're going to be going through. This is not my idea. We only went 300 miles and we're destroyed. It's not even the real race because there's still 1,000 more to go. So I think seriously, he's got some issues. And I'm a stupid idiot for going along with it.
Pre-running is supposed to help you learn the course. The boys learned that doing it alone was going to be really hard. At first light on Wednesday, despite blistering hands and feet, Travis had reached checkpoint 8, 23 hours and over 1,000 miles down the peninsula. That's a long way to ride for a sandwich.
Thank you, Lord.
Travis is, you know, a heck of a competitor no matter what he does. When he gets behind the wheel of a four-wheel vehicle or on top of a motorcycle, he's someone that you have to really worry about because he's going to usually be ahead of you. But he's had a lot of bad luck here in Baja. For some reason or another, he just hasn't got his groove together. But I think this year is his opportunity, the 40th anniversary.
With the sun up, word soon came that Gregg was okay and on course.
I mean, Gregg Godfrey out there soloing it, running behind Travis, that takes huge balls, man, huge. I mean, obviously Travis has got world-class talent, and Godfrey, he's a working guy. He's a filmmaker and a family man, and him to get out here and strap it on and go for it, huge respect for him. And I know he's out there earning it right now, for sure.
We got a lot of these young guys in here, and they got one thing in mind, that's twist that right bar and make it go as fast as they can, and they don't make it to the finish. I think he's got a great opportunity, great chance to be here at the finish line.
Are there other guys? My goal is somewhere within 30 to 40 hours. I don't even know in there. Hold it together and get the machine down there. And we did that in pre-running, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I don't know. Godfrey's pretty strong though. He's a little bulldog. He might be able to make it down. I'd feel really bad if I got beat by Gregg. So.
Just after noon on Wednesday, Gregg had reached Santa Rita after riding over 1,100 miles.
So 200 more to go, and I'm just getting an extra kick to get me there. You know, we tried to plan this, and of course, like everything we do, we didn't plan it. It worked out perfect anyway.
Then, word came of Travis's mechanical.
I just rode 26 hours straight, only to go handlebar deep in some silt and have my bike cut out about 2 hours from the finish. I know 2 hours sounds like a long time, but after you run 26 straight, 2 hours is right there. And hopefully we can get this bike running. I see, dude, I'm not gonna be able to walk for a week.
Revitalized by the IV, Gregg rode on with 200 miles to go, while Hubert tried to resurrect Travis's dead bike.
Who is going to win? The Tortuga or the little Jackrabbit?
Action sports star Travis Pastrana and filmmaker Gregg Godfrey came to Mexico to race the Baja 1000 solo.
50 miles. No, look up here. There's a bunch of whoops up here. Big whoop.
Tore up.
No teammates to hand the bike off to.
But they're not blistering. I think they'll be good.
And no opportunity to rest and recover.
All right, I gotta beat these trophy trucks so we gotta get going.
1,300 actual miles from Ensenada to Cabo San Lucas, making it the longest course in the race's 40-year history. The terrain is the roughest on the planet, and the physical wear and tear was obvious. Travis was running up in the top 10 overall with a projected finish time of 28 hours when fate reared its ugly head. With 2 hours and 150 miles to go, a silt bed killed his motor. Race over.
Travis seems to really be wanting to earn some wings. I've never seen a dude earn his wings as hard as him. Baja's just making him earn it, I think, for some reason. I can't quite figure it out, because he pretty much just, you know, cruises through everything else. But Baja, you know, it's got this weird energy down here, and you got to come and connect with it, and I think it wants the respect back. So maybe Travis just, he's getting in tune with Baja, and then later on, it's going to mean that much more to him.
With no word on Gregg's progress, all we could do was wait at the finish line in Cabo San Lucas. As the day wore on, a number of trucks and teams crossed the finish line. Out of the 20 Iron Riders that started in Ensenada, none of them had reached the checkered flag by nightfall. At the 40th hour of the race, that all changed. Gregg rode into the finish, becoming the first solo rider to complete the 1,300-mile course in 40 hours, 4 minutes, and 12 seconds.
You are the Iron Rider, let me tell you. Great job, great job.
Thank you, man.
Now we try this
Somebody
again.
grabbing my bike, it feels like it's falling.
2,
Gregg's finish was made official after all 10 of his checkpoint tickets were counted.
7, got him. 8, 9, 10. Congratulations, the first Ironman rider.
I'm going along and I'm doing about 100, and the truck came up and I just saw the lights bouncing, and I thought it was a bike, and then it just went raw, and it dusted me out and my light went off. I don't know if you've ever been going 100 miles an hour on the dirt and your light goes out, but it was about the most horrifying experience in my life. I thought I was dead. This race, I underestimated it. I came in here and I truly underestimated what we're doing. In off-road, endurance, motorcycle, whatever it is, endurance racing, I mean, this is the Everest. This is a big freaking deal. I guess, you know, I just didn't really comprehend it.
Amigos, as the story goes, Jack Rabbit is always a speedy little rabbit. But sometimes, the puffy-faced Tortuga wins the race. Vaya con Dios.
Oh, it stink. This gear smells. I'm about to throw up. It's horrible.
I'm thinking, oh, get off the track.